G'day folks, and welcome to World of Tanks with the magnificent Margon. Well, at the moment I'm actually downloading the War Thunder patch 1.43, which has got a whole range of new features to it, particularly for recording. So now that War Thunder have released all this new stuff, I thought, you know what, it might be time to actually get back into War Thunder a little bit more. Now I'm going to just change some settings here. I've noticed that something's actually changed in no, it's not there. I don't know what's happened, but for some unknown reason I've done a little micro patch and it's actually removed all the labels above all the tanks, which I'm a little bit finding a little bit interesting at the moment. I don't know what's going on properly. I'll have to investigate that in a little bit and try to figure out what's going on. Maybe I'll go into a couple of battles. Maybe it's just because I've had a little micro patch that's updated. It's changed a few things and it's not working the same way. I just noticed it. And as you can see, XVM's not working properly either. It's not actually labeling the tanks on the map, and when they disappear out of sight, they're turning into dots. Just tell me what they are or where they are either. It doesn't make it any easier for me. So, but anyway, that's just the way it goes sometimes. I just have to work out the tanks very quickly off my own memory, basically. I think the easiest way to probably do it is by actually see the tank labels have even gone. That's a bit strange. I'm going to have to do some investigating again. Maybe my tanks is getting a bit silly again. But nonetheless, we can still work with this. That's okay. Now, as I said, yes, I'll be probably jumping back on War Thunder, doing a few more flying ones, but a few more tank ones. I haven't played as much War Thunder as I used to do, but now certain factors have changed. I might actually do it a bit more. Now, Red Shire seems to be, what's the word? A more common map that I get. IS3. Very well done in penetrating me back. So an eye for an eye, but I got the bigger hit, so that was good. Now I seem to get Red Shire a lot with my E75, so I have to learn to actually side scrape in the open and know when to attack and when not to attack. Now the whole point of showing this is to show you that you've got to, in Red Shire, particularly when you come to the heavy side, I find the team that pushes through the hardest and the strongest and holds the team in the open generally comes off victorious. Now there's only been one other occasion where that's been not true, where I've actually allowed the team to come through. And they've come through and I've actually parked my tank just on the corner here and shot them as they've come up this alleyway, allowing my scumbags to penetrate and fire into them as well. And that's probably one of the rarest games that I've played where that's actually worked, where I've held them back and my whole team stayed back too. Now, I don't mind tanks going in front of me, but if you're going to go in front of me, make sure you're going to get clear quickly. Now that was a poorly aimed shot then. That was terrible on that M103. I should just scrap myself now, but no. Let's make up for it. Let's get rid of the IS7 down. Oh, that's a 7. Might be the 8. It might be the IS8. No, 7's that's the IS8. So, as you can see, he's been chewed up. And that's what I mean. If you can get the enemy to be down this valley here in the open, generally you've probably got the biggest chance of survival. Now there's the scumbag. He's just fired. There's 30 seconds, so it's about 3 shots for me to get off. Now get out of the way, IS3. You might be dead. You're still in my way. I don't know where that shot went. I think it went high. But that's okay. Let's just take our time and line up another one. Scumbag should be just about ready to fire again now. So we've got to start moving. Otherwise the scumbag is going to pound us. Now, that's the KV5. Pound one good one into him. I've just been hit very, very hard. Almost, that was pretty close to half my health gone in one shot. I've already lost some from the IS3 at the start there. But that's okay. Now as you can see, I've auto-aimed, so when I get over the top of the hill I don't have to actually aim properly. I can keep moving and not have to worry. That's the way it goes. Now, this is pretty well the end of the battle. As you can see, our TDs and light tanks and the one heavy tank on the other side have pretty well sewn it up quite nicely. We've only lost 2 tanks. That's, in my opinion, that's a good battle. Like, you can't complain about that. It's not fair sometimes, but XVM's telling us nothing. XVM mustn't be working properly. I'm going to have a fiddle with it, I think. Once again, I've auto-aimed, so I don't have to think too much. I can come over the hill and not worry. I auto-aimed. I'm not going to get another shot in this battle, which is a pity, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Now, this is more or less common for this sort of heavy tank. I get a lot of field battles, so I've got to learn to fight. And in a field and open battle one, as I would say, you've got to be able to keep your tank moving and be very mobile. Otherwise, if you have a scumbag, particularly the T92, he will chew you up and he will do a crap load of damage. Probably even one shot if you're not careful. So you've got to be careful about how you assault things. Now, this is just a bit more of a teaser for this game coming up. Now, we're about to go over to Siegfried Line. Now, Siegfried Line is an interesting map. A lot of the time you do have a lot of activity in town, and that's where the dominant sort of battle gets played out. But there is a battle that also gets played out in the field. Now I'm jumping over with Kaz. Kaz is on his E75, but he is not as fortunate as me. He hasn't got the top gun. Still got the Tiger 2 gun, top gun. He's still got the Tiger 2 turret on his, so he's nowhere near as strong in his turret as what I am, but he shows that even with a crap tank, more or less, you can still do a great battle. And he had a phenomenal battle in it, and it was actually really, really good and really enjoyable to watch. So let's jump over now quickly to Siegfried Line, and I'll step us through that, and hopefully my XVM's working properly then. Here we go. Okay guys, here we are on Siegfried Line. I have no idea what's going on, why it's not displaying the actual tank names above other things. I've even reset XVM, so it should be interesting to see whether that's going to help it. But I think because the micro patch that has just come out, maybe it's done something to it, and I don't know what's happened. So I'll have to play a quick battle tonight and discover what's going on, more or less. As you can see, Kaz is on my right there in his E75. He's been disappointed with it purely because of the top turret, the turret he has on his tank. And if I could help him in any way, I would. But there's nothing I can do about it. It's a matter of just pursuing through it and, well, basically putting up with it until you get the top turret and things change. Now I'm going to my usual hold down position, which is dead ahead from me. This little alleyway that I can duke it out and fight the other flank. Kaz is actually going to get in behind me and work it as well. Now there's the enemy E75. He is side scraping beautifully, but I'm not that great. Now we're both just trading shots, detracking, bouncing, and it's really actually pathetic what we do. But both of us don't want to get this position. Now I'm aiming for his cup holder. I'm sure he's aiming for mine. Mine bounces. I should have probably pushed forward and gone in a bit closer than sticking out. Now he's missed again as well. And this is the problem you have with the E75. We can shoot each other all day long, but at the same time it won't do anything to actually help us. I'm flat trying to find it here. He's just got a shot into my cup holder on the top, damaged it, and giving me a bit of hit points too. Now I think he must have fired a HE there, because you heard the fizzle, which tells me he fired a HE. So I've loaded up a preemie round. Now I loaded a preemie round up, but hit again. He definitely must be firing HE, because I'm pretty sure that was a high explosive. Which tells me this guy sort of thought, you know what, I can't penetrate you, I'm just going to hit you with high explosives, which is fair enough. I'd do the same thing if I was thinking straight. But I've got a lurver that's doing other silly moves as well Now, I'm not exactly 100% angled properly there. I probably needed to move around just slightly. As you can see, I've had enough of this battle. I need the E75 to move out to give me something more to shoot at. I'm not going to verse him where he is. So it's time for me to actually change the engagement with this guy. There's no point in putting up. Now Kaz is in trouble. He's got the medium tank there, and look at that bounce. Beautiful, beautiful. I've got to more or less watch what's going on now. There's that bloody E75 again. And this is just not what you want. It's not ideal. There's the Persian, the Super Persian. I can't really pull back because I'll expose both me and myself to the E75 and the others. So there's the big hit from the E75. Okay, from where the hit, it's time to change the engagement, move out of here, and go to a different spot. Kaz is really working hard to side scrape, but look at that, that's just not fair. He is not having any luck where he is anymore. Now I've got a lot more hit points here. So the medium tank's coming up and around, so I'm sort of half-heartedly side scraping here. See that E75, pound him hard. Going, yeah, come into the open, come play in my jungle now. Let's do this. Now the scumbags focusing nice. I've bounced that E75, get the reload. Plant another good one into the arse of him, just into the arse side, and let him do whatever he wants to do now. Except you have a silly TD that goes chasing after him. Now, Kaz is bouncing, he can't move anymore. He said to me, I can't do anything. He's in big trouble. Scumbags just nailed him. I've said to him, right, get out of there, I'm going down there. You need to get up here. I'm going to cover you and you're going to have to take these guys. Now I'm still using premium rounds because there are times where you need to, and I've got to try now and get down there and help Kaz some covering fire and some support so he can get out there and be more used to me somewhere else. He's trying to wiggle out of it and I'm trying to help him. Now here comes the, I think it was a Super Persian coming around the corner. No, it's the T. He's just nailed me, hit my fuel tanks, and the dead radiator operator, got a dead, I haven't got anything else dead. So I've said to him, okay, I'm going to take the corner now, I'll be able to hold it, I'll be right. You conserve your hit points, I need you to cover my butt. So here I go, coming around the corner, bounce the shot, plant one on the move, scumbag nails him. I quickly go up further and push into cover and get ready for the next one. Kaz unfortunately stops in the open, which is not good. I'm trying to poke the corner looking for where the IS, I believe it is now. That's what I'm trying to look for. And everyone's behind me. I thought, you know what, I might try and get around this way. And then they've pushed down on Kaz, and I didn't anticipate that push, so I've pulled back, hoping and going, bugger, that was a silly move. I knew it was, but I've still got premium rounds. I know that it's costing me, but that's the way it goes. And I sort of thought, I've got a chance here against this STA. It's a one-on-one. It's a one shot for one to trade off. He knows that it's him versus me. Now it's interesting. Whoever gets the shot off first wins. The best shot, the clearest shot. Which is perfect. Now I stay behind this building because I know I've got cover. I've got to wait about 6 seconds before I drop off, so I know that I'm safe and I can go to the next moment. Now the TD is out in the field somewhere. I think I've waited long enough to be safe. I don't know. I'm hoping. And I've got to play it really cool now. I don't know where I think it's the SU. I can't really tell at the moment. Been ammo racked. I've got a damaged track. I've got a damaged vision box. And I've got a damaged shield tank and a dead radio operator. I'm pretty well one shot for anyone at the moment. So I'm taking it very cautiously, checking around corners, making sure I don't do anything silly, and hoping upon hope that I don't get killed. Now, coming around this corner is very, very, very hair-raising. There's the SU. He's just been spotted by our... I think it's the Borsig, by memory. That's the Borsig over there. And this is where it becomes interesting. I line myself on the hill here. This is very dangerous for someone like me. If I die, it's probably going to be game over. The Borsig dies, it's probably going to be game over. So we've got to take this easy. So I'm going to use the buildings as a bit more cover, pull back, use the bushes as cover. There's the SU. I can't get an accurate shot. I've got a shot, but judging at nearly 600 meters away or 550 meters away, that is tricky, and I can't take that sort of a risk. I can't just take the gamble on that sort of a shot. It's a shot I can't afford to take, because it's going to take me so long. Now Kaz is actually following me, and he goes, "Be careful, scumbag's going to be around the corner, scumbag's going to be around the corner." I go, "Yeah, I know. And this is where I decide, you know what, I need to use everything to my advantage. And the guy's been spotted again. Borsig's laid into him one good hit, and this is where I'm pretty sure the scumbag lines him up nicely and finishes him off. I'm coming out just for precautionary. If I can get a sneaky shot into him, I will, hoping that I can get a good someone spots him for me. No one does, so I continue up. Now, this is what a large repair kit's good for. This is when I use my large repair kit. When the time is going, now it kind of cost me 20,000 to do this. Change to HEs. You don't need HEs on a scumbag, but I'm really careful. I know there'd be one. Now, pause it quickly here. I know for a fact there will be probably one in those bushes there. Possibly those bushes there. If I zoom out enough, normally a scumbag would hide up here in those little bushes too. Very rarely they go down to this valley, but most of the shots, by what they feel, have come from this general direction. So I'm counting on that being the case. So I've waited a few more seconds. I know what's going to happen. Now the SU's been taken out. I'm waiting for my Borsig to come up on that left flank to give the cover. There's no point in me taking risks. The Borsig has said he's going to scout, which is fine. I'm going to still push up. It's time for me to man up. There's one of the scumbags. He's just outside of my view range. So I'm poking around. Now this is where he's been taken out. This is where I go, okay, what's happening? And this is where I'm starting to get really, really edgy, going, I don't like it when people tell you where they are, because you don't know whether they're being accurate or not. So as you can see, my guess was about correct in where he is hiding, which set of bushes. I am still watching that general direction, just to be on the safe side. I'm moving up very carefully. In about 2 seconds, my thingo goes off. Now, if he's dead ahead of me, my 610, I'm pretty well screwed, because he's just going to go boom straight into me and I'm dead. If he's to my left there at A4, he's going to miss me. Now, I do spot him though. I want to see. There's no shot that was fired at, so I obviously just spotted him through the trees. It's been taken out. That was the end of the game. Now that was living on the edge of your seat. But as I said, Kaz did a great job in this battle. I've done 2,400 damage. He's got the Tiger 2 gun. He actually did 3,000 damage in this battle. Now, that's just showing that with the skills and with the knowledge about the tanks, you can do anything you want to do with it, and you can do a phenomenal amount of damage with them. I strongly recommend that even if you are stock, you can still play your tank better than someone who's got a fully upgraded one. Despite the fact I did take a lot more damage than him, I think I took I bounced about nearly 3,000. I think I bounced in this battle, and Kaz only probably bounced about 1,500 due to the fact that he got pounded most of the time. It comes to show that no matter how crap you are, you can still be a great support. And so never doubt your tank. Even if you go into battle and say, hey, I'm stock. You are not stock. You are as good as you made that tank be. And a lot of time, the guns that you have on the previous tank do transfer up. You already know how to penetrate the next tier tank gun. So if you're on a tier 7, gun a tier 8, you know how the tier 7 guns work. Play the same way, and it will pay off for you. And that's all I encourage you. And that's what I said to Kaz. Play it like a Tiger 2. Don't play it like it's an E75. Play it like a Tiger 2. I started playing this like a Tiger 2, and my game changed completely. Instead of trying to play it like an E75, I decided play it like a tank I know. And it works. And then tweak it, adjust it as you become more upgraded. And it works. Outside of that, guys, look, there probably may be a War Thunder video coming up very soon. As I said, I am actually updating and downloading the new patch, the 1.43, which I'm very happy to say it's the patch to fix up a lot of the old bugs and stuff that some of us had with trying to do replays and stuff like that. But outside of that, I hope you've enjoyed this. Happy hunting. Enjoy your gaming. I'll catch you on those battlefields.